On today's Fast Friday, I want to talk not about the camera settings, but about a key decision that you make every time you shoot a photo. Hi everyone, welcome to Pal to Tech. Today we're talking about your camera's viewfinder versus the LCD screen. Well, sort of. This is actually a much more important subject than you think. So depending upon the model of Fujifilm camera that you own, it either has no viewfinder at all and just an LCD screen, or it has both a viewfinder and an LCD screen like many of the other Fujifilm camera models. Now, often called the electronic viewfinder, or EVF for short, modern EVFs have options to customize and overlay camera settings, show the frame, the crop factor, and so forth. But not only that, you can also access menu settings, preview film simulations, even focus map your video, and a lot more. Now, the LCD screen, on the other hand, yes, it can do all of those same things, but it also has three kind of unique features. Number one, it gives you way more ergonomic options than the EVF. Depending upon whether your screen flips out and around or tilts upward, it gives you more options ergonomically. Number two, if your LCD screen is also a touch screen, like many new Fujifilm cameras are, you can use it to set your autofocus for both video and stills. Third and finally, if you have crappy eyes like I do, and you're having to wear glasses all the time, let me tell you, it can be easier to just use the LCD screen. Now, I do notice that many new photographers use the LCD screen by default a lot of the time. And part of that could be a familiarity with this, right? I mean, it has an LCD screen and it's kind of angled like the LCD screen on the back of the camera. So there could be a bit of familiarity and comfort in using that. However, if you have not yet tried out the electronic viewfinder, I strongly recommend that you do. And there is one major reason for this, but it's a big one. And to explain it, I want to bring in one of the best camera operators and cinematographers in the business, Robert Richardson. He's earned 3 Academy Awards for some of the greatest lighting and scene compositions in all of cinema. A recent movie he did was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but he also did The Aviator, Kill Bill, and JFK, just to name a few. And believe me, he has access to as much gear as you could get, but he never uses the LCD screen. I want you to listen now as he explains why.
And I say, let's put the eyepiece back on. Keep the monitor.
You're so old-fashioned, Bob.
I am old-fashioned. But I do believe that the idea of what happens with the eyepiece is one eye closes and the other eye is focused on what you're aiming at. If you have both eyes available to you, you're scanning a world. And it's very difficult to put your concentration into the very thing you're supposed to be shooting.
I couldn't agree more. It is about concentration. And as he mentions, when you're shooting with both eyes open, they are both automatically working with your brain to take in the entire world, everything. However, when you're using the viewfinder and you have one eye looking through it, your scene is closed off by the boundaries of your camera's viewfinder. And that's the whole point, because your brain will only be processing that world. And then this will then remap and focus all of your visual attention only on the world that matters, the world within the frame of your scene. Now, I have a homework assignment for you. If you have a camera with an electronic viewfinder, I want you to shoot for 1 week, an entire week, using only the electronic viewfinder. So to disable your LCD screen, go into your camera menu in the wrench area under Screen Setup and look for View Mode Setting right here. You can choose shooting or playback, and from here, I would select EVF only. Now, while you're out shooting, I want you to pay attention to how you're feeling in the moment. And once you get the photos off the SD card in your camera, I want you to take a look at how you did. And most importantly, did you achieve a more creative, deliberate, and stronger composition in your photos? Obviously, the viewfinder, it's not for everyone, and that's the great thing about having a bunch of options available on the camera. And to be honest with you, LCD screens can be better for tripods, macro photography, some action shots, and, as I said, convenience. However, if you have never regularly used the EVF, give it a try for 1 week. See how it goes. I would love to hear how you did. So return here and maybe add a few comments, or feel free to post a photo or two on social media and tag it Pal to Tech and Viewfinder so I can look for them. And remember, don't just take a couple of photos here or there. Really get out shooting for that week. And what's the worst that can happen? You realize it's not for you, or you step up into another level with your photography. Well, anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found the video helpful or at least entertaining. And if you did, be sure to give it the like and subscribe. I am going to be signing off now, but have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in a new video next week. Take care.